nice. Sorry, we had a slight technical fault, so we'll just continue the interview now. Okay, so what's the truth about weave in terms of like what it can do to your hair? Like,
say that again?
The truth about weave, like the truth about weave. Yeah, like in terms of what it can do to your hair.
Weave? Well, do you really want the truth?
Yes.
The truth about weave is good for short term, and it's good because you don't want to do nothing to your hair, and it's easy just to get up in the morning and comb it and you're gone. And the other part about weave that isn't really good is the fact that a lot of us young ladies out there, even myself, but I do give myself a break from my weave from time to time. And what we're not doing, the young ladies of today, not yourself so much, because obviously I speak to you about that. We're constantly having weave without having a break. We're just putting in our weaves, taking it out, putting it back in,
a new one,
and that's going on for years and years and years.
Continuous. And obviously, what kind of damage can that do?
It weakens your hair. Weakens it badly, because after a little while you don't notice in the hair getting weaker, you're losing a lot of the hair. Over the years it gets thinner, the hairlines, you lose the hairline.
And is that even if you've got what people call good hair? If you continuously done
hair,
that,
strong hair,
whatever type of hair.
If you're not giving it a break, it's like having too many sweets. If you eat sweets every day for the rest of most of your life,
your teeth are going to fall out. What about relaxers? Do a lot of women come in and have relaxers these days?
No, relaxers isn't that bad, because relaxers, what it is, if you're maintaining your hair with a relaxer and looking after it, it's fine. It's not actually ripping out the hair, because it's not. Relaxers period damage the hair.
They damage your hair, period.
When I say damage your hair, when I say damage, any chemical damage your hair, but the thing is, you have to maintain the treatment to help maintain that.
I've seen that if people come to the hairdressers to have a relaxer, the results are much better than if you buy the home kit.
No, when you do it at home yourself, you're damaging your hair, because most women are overlapping it with relaxer. They're doing damage and they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. So
they go on YouTube and they think YouTube
can teach them,
which it can, but if you don't know the history of
What about, I'm hearing that it can cause cancer. Relaxers can cause cancer.
I don't believe that. I think we all got cancer cells in our body, so anything can trigger a cancer, and relaxer, I don't believe that.
I've seen pictures of people who their entire scalp is burnt off.
Yeah, that's because of going to the wrong people and using
to have
the
it
wrong
done.
chemicals,
or
doing it at your home and putting on the most strongest chemical on your hair, leaving it on for too long, or you might have a problem with your skin.
But considering the results could be so serious, should they just be on the market like that? You see, like in those Indian shops.
Like most things, you have to, can be on the market.
Handle with care kind of thing. Yeah, but I mean, can a 12-year-old go into an Indian shop and buy a relaxer? Do you see what I mean?
You know what? The law, we as black people have been trying to take it off the shelf for years and years.
Really?
But
okay.
Because it's not damaging to the English man, they're not really.
Of course, it makes money, really, but it can be damaging.
It's not something that we should be using. That's what I'm saying. It's a chemical, and any chemical, like you go to a doctor's, you can't go and buy it on the shelf. Someone's invented.
Right, exactly.
Medicine you can't just buy unless you prescribed by a doctor.
Right.
So relaxing is like that. It's a chemical.
That's why I would think that only certain people would be able to buy it. It shouldn't just be on the open market like that.
Yeah, you should. There should be rules on who's selling the relaxer in the shops.
Yeah.
But there isn't. So people are out there, they don't know what's in the chemical, and they're just using it on their scalp. They're using it wrongly, causing a lot of damage, and then coming into other salons to rectify it.
Do you know what exactly the chemicals are in a relaxer?
Sodium. Well, if I go into that, that's a bit more deeper. A lot of people still aren't going to understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
I went into a hairdresser one day and a lady was she actually had the relaxer on her head at the time, and I asked her if she knew if any of the ingredients in the actual relaxer, she didn't know. Do you know what I mean?
You see, the thing is, a lot of people, they haven't gone to college, so they don't know what's in the relaxer.
Even me, I'd never read the back.
So
I'd relax my hair.
You don't understand what it is.
So,
you know
and it's not in a language that people can understand.
Yeah, so if I say to you what it is, you still need to know exactly what it do, and that's another subject now.
Yeah.
Go into explaining what that means and what it does. Do you understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's a bit
It's broad, yeah. In terms of like, okay, going back to afros, what do you have an afro underneath the braids?
Well, do I have an afro?
Is it relaxed?
It's half and half.
Okay, so are you like transitioning purposely?
Well, I go through phase, don't I? I have a relaxer for half the year, or sometimes for a whole year. I'll have a break, and then I'll go back to plaits, or I'll go to weave. But I always have a break in between.
You never do anything too much. That's where the damage.
No.
Okay. In terms of like, you know, the black girls that we do see walking around, because there are a lot of black girls who wear weaves. Up until 3 months ago, I was wearing a weave. 80%, right. So yes, yesterday somebody said 75, so it must be around that mark. In terms of those women, do you think that subconsciously or consciously, because weaves look like European hair, you know, so do you feel like we're trying to emulate Europeans?
No, I don't think so. That thing about us is trying to look like European.
Or self-hate?
No, I don't think it's nothing to do with that. I think it's about what's easy.
A lot of people say management.
Yeah, in the morning, you know, you get up and you can just comb
But is that an excuse? Because we could just get up and comb our afro, spritz a little bit.
You're a black woman. You know for a fact, you get up in the mornings. If you don't plait that hair at night or do something to it at night, when you wake up in the morning, it's going to be hard.
You're going to have a job to do, yeah.
That's going to take time to do that. You have to get up at least a good half an hour.
But you'd have to comb your weave, do you know what I mean? You'd have to style your weave.
It's a little easy. You get up, you can brush it and put it back in one and you go through the job. Whereas, some natural hair.
A lot of people say weather as well. A lot of people cite weather as a reason. Do you think that's a valid reason?
It's not that it's a reason, it's what it is. It's about maintenance and get what's easy. Some girls or some people who have different texture hair, which is curly hair, where they have a bit more, where you call it like the coolie hair.
Okay.
Or, mixed race hair. It's a little softer. So they can get up and then brush it through the door.
A lot of people have got this conception that afro hair is hard. Yesterday someone said to me that it's hard, it's picky, it's dry, it reminds them of slavery. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's not all of that.